step down to the get down.
All right, whenever you're ready.
5 seconds to the open.
Aquarius, watch that little gimbal.
We don't want you coming off in space.
Booster, go. Retro, go. Vital,
Go fly.
guidance, go. Surgeon,
Go flight.
com.
We're go flight.
GNC,
We're go.
down you go.
Control.
Procedure,
Go. Go.
FAO, we are go.
Network. Go.
Covering,
Go!
Capcom.
We're go flight.
Launch control, this is Houston, we are go for launch.
The Roman Show.
With your host, Rodolfo Roman.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Roman Show. So this year, 2024, is the inaugural season of the Miami Sharks rugby team. Now, of course, here in South Florida, the Miami Dolphins, they're king when it comes to sports. But the Miami Sharks are surely lurking in to potentially get into that place as far as action-packed on the field. And it's a pleasure to have Alex Tucci, who is part of the Miami Sharks rugby team. Well, Alex, thanks so much. And it's a long time coming. We got a rugby team in South Florida.
Yep. No, it's great. It's great to have a team in Florida. It's awesome being from Florida and being able to represent the great state of Florida. I mean, you go back to like football and everything. Just there's so much talent in South Florida when it comes to speed, athleticism, and sports that I don't think there's really a better place in America where you can start building grassroots for rugby. And it's awesome. We already have the Florida Rugby Union down here, and there's a bunch of great club teams and stuff like that. But having that pro team to sort of drive the standards and work alongside with Florida Rugby, it's going to be it's really cool to have it started. And it's really cool to see where this will be in some years down the line.
And what's interesting, I think, is the perfect timing because with the pandemic, we had so many people move in from different countries, from South America, different parts of the country, and some of them are into rugby. Argentina, down south of South America. So it's a great time right now for that. So how has it been? It's been just a few games right now. You've had a few home games, but how has been the excitement been for the fans? Paint the pictures for us, for those that are like, okay, maybe I'm interested. Maybe I should go and check it out.
Yeah. No, definitely. I mean, the games have been as far as the standpoint from the fans and everything, and like the experience, it's been electric. Mariano Filippini, our CEO, and Tomas, our CFO, I believe, they did a great job of honestly getting the community, the sponsorships and all the people that like put on the show, I would say, outside of the rugby. For the fan experience, it's been great. I mean, honestly, since being I'm injured this season right now, so I've been able to be on the sidelines a lot and sit in the stands and be around a lot of the fans and people that come to watch our games, and it's just a great time. Even for even knowing rugby and playing it for so long, it was always something that I like when somebody would ask like, "What is rugby like?" It was always like, just come to a game, you're going to enjoy it. Even if you don't understand the rules, you don't understand what's going on, just the physicality of the game and how electric the game by itself in nature, didn't even think much about it. So the fact that we're able to have a good fan atmosphere and fan entertainment, as well as just rugby just being rugby and just being very exciting, hard hitting. I mean, it's a sport where as football, you really don't get to see the players' faces. You see emotion on the players' faces. It's kind of like in basketball, you can see if a player's mad or if they're excited. So I think as a fan, you get a really good idea of what the guys on the field are doing and how much work they're putting in and stuff like that, which just makes it, in my opinion, an overall better fan experience.
And I'm from Florida, right? And I think we could go on a limb, you being from Florida, that football is king here. I would roughly say we produce some great talent in Florida when it comes to football. But yeah, man, my hat off to you. I'm a big mixed martial arts fan as well.
1 second. I think my let me just get real quick and just use my data.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah,
I'm a big mixed martial arts fan. I'm Volkanovski. I'm sure you've heard of him. a rugby player in his home country.
Mm-hmm.
And man, you guys are just tough as nails. I'm sorry, man. You guys don't wear. It's just what you see is what you get, and to get in there every couple of days or so to have a football meet. I mean that takes a lot of guts and a lot of courage to do what you guys do, man.
Yeah, no, it yeah, I think going off of that, like, I mean, I was actually talking to one of my teammates about this the other day. It's like how physical and demanding the game is, but it's something that, like, somebody was asking me, like, aren't you, like, scared of, like, going into contact and coming back, especially coming off of an injury? And it's just one of those things, like, I can't think of another like, I've been playing since I was 4, so I've been continuously playing football rugby since to this day. So it's like one of those things where it's like I kind of only know just pain and suffering and contact and all that stuff, but it's some of those things that you kind of just, like, yearn for, you know, when you don't have it. You kind of just want to be back feeling those pains and stuff like that. But rugby is a very tough sport, along with all the other sports. They all require your body to go through immense pressure and strain and stress. And you really just kind of comes down as being a professional athletes or just athletes in general. It's about how well you take care of your body. And I think just a lot of the guys, they really take care of their bodies a lot. You got to kind of put that first. And if you put your body first and take care of yourself, eat the right things, get your sleep, do your workouts, you won't have a problem so much with those injuries or just, like, bumps and bruises. You kind of get over them fast. But it is a very physical, demanding game. And but then again, I just can't imagine life without it.
Well, this being the first season and you being in the sidelines, unfortunately, you're injured. What have you seen some of the challenges? The first time around, you guys got to get that chemistry going, and how do you see it progressing to be where you guys want it to be?
Yeah. So I mean, obviously with a new team, it's always having a bunch of guys come in from all over the place to play different teams. Some guys play together here and there, but it's a chemistry. I would say definitely when it comes to, like, you know, offensive production, it's kind of hard at first because everyone's still trying to figure each other out. If they're figuring each other out, as well as figuring out what the coaches want of them, and then together, and eventually the outcomes will come. So it's just day in and day out. We gotta keep working. Our success, just based off of that, I feel like, in my opinion, they've just been together longer. When you have more time under the belt of being together and stuff as a team, you're going to get a lot more production out of it. But it's coming along smoothly. I mean, we got a bunch of guys that are bought into what the coaches want, bought into what each other want, and we're just working to sort of get there. It's taking some time, but everyone's just, you know, keeping the pressure on and staying focused.
And being that you're from Florida, and again, rugby is not like you have a football field every single place. You have a rugby team every single place. How was it challenging for you to get involved with the sport, being a Floridian?
So when I was growing up in high school, I got lucky, and someone I went to school with was starting a rugby team. So that's how I got introduced into it. And I was younger, it was like a lot of our friends that were all getting into it. And they had a couple, you know, teams around the state, probably around 7 teams around the entire state of Florida that all were experimenting in rugby at that time. It was very early. This was in, like, before 2010. So it was like 2007, 2008. And now, honestly, I've gone away. When I went away for college and things like that, coming back, there was just a lot more. Back in the day, it was like more high school. And now, when being back home, there's a lot more youth development. You have Okapi, you have Key Biscayne, you have Boca, you have West Palm, you have the Wellington Wizards. You have a very good grassroots. So I mean, meaning like kids from anywhere from the ages of 8 to 12 playing rugby, instead of before where it was kind of just like, you know, high schoolers, maybe and then some men's teams here and there. So it's growing rapidly in Florida. It's a great place to play rugby. Honestly, it's good all year round. That's why my mom moved me to Florida, because play sports. And New York, you really can't play sports too much all year, around 2 seasons out of the year. So, I mean, Florida is one of those places where sports is just such a hotbed where you can, if you like baseball, you play baseball year round. You play football football year round. If you want to play rugby, you can play rugby all year round. So it's a great place, I think, for the sport to grow. And I'm excited for, like I said, the next probably 10 years to see where the Miami Sharks influence comes into that, as well as the youth influence goes into it as well.
Absolutely, and of course the experience, the action. I mean, you can't get any better than that. Playing in South Florida and Fort Lauderdale. And again, you guys will be taking on the NOLA Gold this weekend. But you'll be back home April 27th, taking on the Dallas Jackals. Alex, man, I want to thank you so much. I look forward to going out to a game out there. I'm pumped. I remember a couple of years watching it on team, like, these guys. And again, I'm a big combat sport guy, but I'm like, you guys.
The 27th,
yeah, the 27th. And I remember watching it for the first game, and I'm like, man, these guys are tough, man. These guys are tough. So kudos to you, and hopefully we can get a championship down here very, very soon with the Miami Sharks.